I remember the day so vividly, not because something extraordinary happened outside of me, but because something extraordinary shifted within me. For so much of my life, love was always tied to fear: fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of being not enough, fear of being too much, fear that if I opened up, if I really allowed myself to be loved, it would end in disappointment or heartbreak. So I guarded myself. Sometimes it looked like independence, like strength. Sometimes it looked like busyness, like having it all together. But under it all, there was this quiet ache, the part of me that desperately wanted love and at the same time pushed it away whenever it got too close. And to be honest, I wasn't even aware of this. I thought I had learned my hard lessons from that short but toxic relationship I had. I thought I had learned to love loudly since, because I had learned to open up to express my true feelings for someone. But what I didn't know was love goes both ways, giving and receiving. What I never learned to do was receiving. So there I was, encouraging my then boyfriend to learn to allow himself to be loved because I had so much love for him. But I never allowed myself to receive the love and care from him. Maybe you know that feeling too. When someone offers you care, you feel this panic rise inside, a voice that says, "Don't trust this, it won't last." Or maybe another voice that whispers, "You don't deserve this." Or, "You have to do something more to earn this." And so you either reject it or you hold it at arm's length, or you secretly sabotage it before it can hurt you. And that was me, over and over. I thought what I was protecting myself from was heartbreak. What I didn't realize was that I was actually breaking my own heart every single time I refused to receive love. I was starving myself while sitting at a full table. And it took me so many heartbreaks to finally see that. Today, I finally felt love without fear. It wasn't because someone came into my life and suddenly made me feel safe. It wasn't because a partner said the right words or showed up in the right way. It wasn't a grand romantic gesture or even a moment of deep intimacy with another person. It was something far quieter, but infinitely more powerful. I had just woken up from a nap, actually, just an ordinary afternoon. I had been doing a lot of reflecting, journaling, and breath work since my breakup. And by the way, if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you start journaling. It really helps you clear your head and connect more deeply with your heart. And it's just such a great way to channel all your emotions in a safe way. Now, going back to that afternoon, as I woke up, before my brain could catch up with the reality, my heart felt it first. It was waves of sadness. That brief moment before I put my armor back on again, my heart was raw, and I missed him so terribly. My mind asked me to get up and do something to distract me, but that day, something in me whispered, "Stay. Don't run from this. Just stay. You're sad, and that's okay. Let yourself be sad." So I stayed. I let the ache rise up. I let the loneliness wash through me. I let the tears come. And then, as I sat there with myself, without judgment, without trying to fix it, I felt this warm. the softness, like something inside me wrapped its arms around me and whispered to me, I'm right here with you. I'm not going anywhere. I see the real you under your mask. I see all your flaws, and I know how messed up you feel, but I still love you. You can't even imagine. So I lay there, not trying to escape myself, not criticizing my feelings. I wasn't telling myself to be stronger or better or different. I was simply listening, simply being. And in that moment, I realized something I knew all along, but I never truly embodied it. Love wasn't something I had to wait for someone else to give me. It was something I had the power to give myself. That moment was a glimpse of feeling love without fear, because there was no risk of abandonment when the love came from within me. There was no condition I had to meet, no mask I had to wear, no role I had to play. It was love that didn't demand anything, love that didn't threaten to leave, love that didn't shrink when I was messy or expand when I was successful. It was steady, gentle, real. And the most surprising thing, once I felt it inside me, it changed how I received it from others. When someone offered me kindness, I didn't immediately question their motives. When someone cared, I didn't tense up and wonder how long it would last. I stopped having an agenda because I wasn't starving anymore. I wasn't desperate for their love to prove I was worthy. I already knew I was. It wasn't perfect. Old fears still visited, but something had shifted at the core. I no longer believed love was something fragile that I had to cling to or chase. I knew it was something infinite, something already flowing through me. And once I touched that truth, everything else became less scary. If you've ever wondered why love feels so complicated, why you crave it but also resist it, maybe what you're really searching for is that same moment, that quiet knowing that you are your own safe place, that you don't have to perform to be loved, that you don't have to fear being left because you will never leave yourself again. The truth is, no person can give us the love we're terrified to receive. Even if the most patient, gentle, and consistent partner showed up, we will still find ways to push them away if we haven't yet found safety within ourselves. Because the fear doesn't live in them, it lives in us. And only we can meet it, hold it, and soothe it. That's why I said it wasn't a person that did it, it was me. And here's the beauty, when you find that love within, it doesn't make you closed off or self sufficient in a cold way. It actually makes you more open. Because now, when someone offers love, it doesn't feel like this dangerous, high stakes game. It feels like a gift, something you can enjoy because you're not depending on it for your survival. Think of it like this, imagine being thirsty and having no water. When someone finally hands you a glass, you're desperate. You gulp it down, terrified it will be taken away, always worried about the next sip. That was how I used to approach love. But once I realized that I had a well inside me, that I could drink from my own source, the desperation softened. I could sip, I could savor, I could say thank you without fear. And you know what else? That shift made me more capable of giving love too. Because when you're not pouring from emptiness, love flows naturally. It's not about earning or proving or begging. It's about sharing something you already know is endless. Today, I finally felt love without fear. It didn't happen because my circumstances changed. It happened because I chose to stay with myself long enough to hear what my heart was asking for. And what it wanted wasn't someone else's reassurance, it was my own presence. Now, part of me kind of wished that I could let him know. I've healed so much since the breakup. I've learned so much more about myself, about my fears, about my shadow. I wish I could have another chance to love him differently without clinging to fear. But I also know now that the main purpose of this relationship was to help both of us unlock our hearts, to reconnect with our true, authentic selves. It was never about him, it was about me. It was about learning how to love myself unconditionally. So, if you're listening to this and you feel like love keeps slipping through your fingers, or like every time you get close, something in you panic, I want you to know you're not broken. You're not unworthy. You're not doomed to be alone. You're simply being invited inward to reconnect the place where love has been waiting all along. If you feel that pull to finally unlock your heart, I'd love to walk that journey with you. Through my 3 month transformational coaching experience, guided by my signature heart framework, we will go beyond quick fixes and surface advice. Together, we'll gently unravel what's been holding you back so you can heal, embody your truth, and create a life that feels real, aligned, and truly yours. If this speaks to you, book your free consultation call today and let's explore what's possible for your heart, your life, and your next chapter. As a reminder, your reconnection with your heart may not come in a dramatic fireworks moment. It may come in the quiet, in the stillness, in the tears you allow yourself to cry when no one's watching. It may come the day you stop running, stop numbing, stop abandoning yourself. And when it does, it'll feel like home. That's what it was for me, and that's what I hope for you. Because the truth is, when you finally feel love without fear, you realize it's never really about finding the right person. It's about finding your way back to yourself. And from there, everything else begins to change.